About to move on to something that has even more trend in Sierra Leone. Like, it's been the hottest issue and topic online. Like, everybody wants to know, everybody has an interest, and of course everybody keeps talking about Kaodenero's show coming up, Kiss That Throne. Well, the name itself or the inscription itself will like trigger you to want to know more, and that is why tonight on The Trend I have the honor and the pleasure of hosting the CEO of Black Leo team. His name is Kaodenero, and I call him the Black King. Welcome to the show.
What's up, brother?
It's good, bro. All good, bro.
Yeah, man. My pleasure.
So nice having you here, bro.
Most def, man. Happy to be here. You know what I mean?
I know you've had an amazing, journey this few months or this few weeks out there in Africa, moving all around, and that's exactly why you're the African king, not only
Thank you.
the king here.
Thank you.
So how has that been?
Well, you know what I mean? It's been very interesting. You know what I mean? Like, it's been work. You know, I've just been occupied putting the album together. You know what I mean? And shooting some videos, networking. You know, things of that nature. You know, and on my free time, whenever I hit the studio, I spank some rappers. You know, here and there, you know what I mean? Do it for my free time.
That's how it should be.
Yeah,
that's how it should be.
So
let's talk first about your wear. Leo wear has been one of the successful wears in Sierra Leone, and of course it's been expanding. But recently you did an addendum to it. You added respond at your own risk.
Yeah.
Why was that important or necessary?
Well, you know what I mean? I'm a businessman, you know what I mean? I was trying to capitalize on the phrase, you know, that's trending out there, you know what I mean? Something that I created. Actually, you know what I mean? When I was posting on Instagram that I'm going to diss Calligraph Jones, a fan of his was like cautioning me. You know, he was like, yo, do it at your own risk. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to take this from him and put it on the song.
Yeah.
Tell your artist to respond at his own risk.
Okay.
You know, so, and I noticed that the thing is trending all over social media. You know, all the fans love it. You know, so I was like, hey, what's better for me? You know what I mean? To create T-shirts, you know, merchandise that they can just rock on.
So far, how has the response been?
Well, you know, I mean, it's been like, I haven't put them out officially yet. You know, what I did was a little teaser. You know, so I like to tease and see the response I get. You know what I mean? If I get a positive feedback, then I go in and do the printing and everything.
Well, so far, I think that the feedback is positive so far.
Definitely.
Because it's catchy. I won't hide that from you. It's catchy, and your true fans will die for that particular phrase, respond at your own risk. But has anyone responded so far?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I believe, like, people are scared, they're shook, you know what I mean? Like, it's not easy to just respond to anything, you know, especially if something is on a higher caliber for you, you know? But actually, I was not looking forward to no response, you know? Because I know these guys, they're going to take the high road and act like they're the big superstars, you know what I mean? I've worked with bigger superstars than some of these guys, man. You know what I mean? Business Signal is a big artist when it comes to dancehall. Shabba Ranks got 2 Grammy Awards, bro. You know what I mean? Grammy, he's the, like when you talk about dancehall music, the whole genre, Shabba Ranks break the door open. I've worked with him. I was in the studio with him. You know, these African rappers, if you check their resume, they don't have those kind of collabs. You know what I mean? They haven't worked with those kind of people. And I feel like because they're from bigger countries and they control all the award shows, all the nominations, they just sideline us, pay us no attention, and just keep it to themselves. They monopolize the game, kind of, you know, and that has been pissing me off for a long time, you know.
And you brought up this at a time when, like, no one was expecting, nobody thinks, okay, Kaodenero will bring this kind of issue up, and unimaginably it hit the whole of Africa. You know, what are you actually up to?
Well, my mission is to be respected and be acknowledged. You know what I mean? They gotta acknowledge my presence. You know, because I recognize greatness in self. You know, first of all, you gotta recognize greatness in yourself. You know, for the next person to believe that you're great. You know, and I feel like I have that potential. You know what I mean? It has manifested already in Sierra Leone, but because like they don't respect Sierra Leone that much, they tend to downplay it. So now I want to rub it in their faces, like, yo, you gotta respect greatness. You know, these guys that you hail, like I was in the studio with Sarkodie, you know, I vibed with him. When we did Legendary, I was there. It took him 2 weeks to come to the studio because he was a little like he was in a panic mode. Like, what am I gonna do with this guy if we collab? We got to the studio. I did my part. It took him a long time to write one verse, 16 bars.
For real.
He wrote 14 bars, and to get the balance, 4 bars to fill it up, it took him a long time. He was on his phone. I don't know who he's texting to get lines. So I realized that it's packaging that make these guys big.
Exactly.
Their country, they package them well, and they make them the biggest superstars in the world. You know, but when you meet them face to face and kick it, he's talented. I give it to him. He performs live. You know what I mean? I give him his credit. But I feel like I'm on that same caliber or probably on a higher plateau.
Okay, so do you think we need the same packaging, or that is something else we can do in Sierra Leone to hit the whole world?
It's very important, man. You know, there's one thing in us that we have to stop. You know, when you meet a Ghanaian, right? If you have a Ghanaian friend here in Sierra Leone, just mention the name Sarkodie. You will see him start to smile. Oh, Sarkodie, yeah. Even if you don't know Sarkodie from nowhere, his whole mood will change. He will start to praise him, big him up. With us, it's the opposite. You feel me? Yeah. We have to change that seriously. Cause, you know what I mean? If we don't start to like big ourselves up and package ourselves, you meet a Nigerian, you ask about Kaodenero, you be like, man, that, even if you're lying, just be like, yo, that guy is the biggest superstar. He got a Bentley. Yo, that guy is doing it big. You know, we have to start doing that, bro.
Exactly. So let's come down to your show, Kiss the Throne. Who is actually supposed to kiss it?
All these whack rappers, bro. All these whack rappers better kiss the throne, you know. I'm talking to Sarkodie, I'm talking to Calligraph Jones, I'm talking to M.I. I like Casper a little bit, so I'm not going to put him in there. I like Fino. He's very original and unique. I like Fowles. You know, he's doing his thing.
How about AKA?
AKA, he's okay, you know what I mean? He's all right. He's like a Drake wannabe, you know what I mean? So I don't like somebody, I don't like, if you're not original, I don't like what you do. You know, but Casper and your verse is original. I like those guys. But all these other guys that I mentioned, these are the cocky dudes that feel like nobody's better than them in Africa. Like M.I., you only got like 2-3 albums. I got 10 albums, bro. For you to survive where I'm coming from in Sierra Leone, where every year somebody got to diss you, you got to respond, you got to maintain, you have to put out a song every month. Bro, I don't know if you will survive Sierra Leone.
I think you need the whole world, not even Sierra Leone.
Exactly.
I think so. How do you think we could get that? We could achieve that as a nation, not only Black Leo.
Well, you know what I mean? You mean gaining the country?
Yes.
Support?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I believe like, you know, people tend to not believe you in the beginning, but if you keep proving them wrong, you turn them into believers, you know? And that's what I'm doing right now. I remember when I used to say I'm better than Sarkodie or Calligraph. My name is, they say, Kaos Jamba, you don't see. They used to ask me those questions, you know? So until Kenyatta come out, then I see people who me they oppose, they stand to like give credits. They start giving props.
I see lots of rappers then they do the Kenyatta challenge. How you can assess the Kenyatta challenge so far, like from 100%?
I mean, there's been some dope rappers jumping on it. You know what I mean? Shout out to VP. Shout out to Medi T. That's his name, Medi T. There's this other kid. You know what I mean? He's dope. You know what I mean? He did something. Shout out to Ijiatu. You know, a few other cats. You know what I mean? Like they send them to me. You know, some are embarrassing though. I can't really post them. They want me to post some stuff, but I can't post anything that's gonna make us look bad.
Yes.
You know, because I have Nigerians, Kenyans, Ghanaians watching us now. So anything that I post has to be dope. It has to be top notch, you know?
Okay.
But it's been some good guys.
Personally within me, I feel like you're up to something huge, and you know, there are a few changes you've made, there are a few amendments. You know, at first your picture was Sierra Leone, but now you changed it. You're now chasing globalization, you know, and your show, Kiss the Throne, seems to reflect the same thing. You know, you already mentioned that you're looking forward to different TV channels covering that show and all of that. You know, how could you put all that in a nutshell for us?
Well, I feel like, first of all, I have a responsibility, you know, like, because every time I try to stop doing music, it's like something brings me back to it. All the trials and tribulations that I faced in Sierra Leone, if it was anybody weak, you would have given up. But I kept going. So I felt like I have the task of bringing Sierra Leone to the world. in a positive light. You know what I mean? And this is a very great opportunity to do that. You know, now I've gathered the attention of the continent. Everybody's watching. What's the best way to sell your country or your brand by doing a stadium show? You know what I mean? So like every Sierra Leonean out there watching, this is the opportunity for us to market ourselves beyond Sierra Leone. You know, let them see that it's real. You know, we don't do small clubs when we release albums. We do it at the stadium, and it's jam-packed, and it's African hip-hop. Then we turn them into believers. Trust me, there's going to be nominations after that. They're going to start watching us more seriously, like, yo, it's serious, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's why it's so important.
So how set are we for the show?
Man, I'm good, you know. I've been chilling. Like, I have a team set up that's doing all the runarounds. You know, shout out to Sorius, shout out to DJ Carlox, shout out to GIT Capital, you know, behind the scenes, taking care of the business. Cribs International, they're going to provide the music system for us. So we've been doing a lot of work. You know, I just came, you know, I'm still trying to get things together. We're still mixing and mastering the album. So I'm trying to get settled. But this week, I'll be more visible around Freetown. Get ready, the streets, all the homies out there. You know what I mean? Get ready to see Kaodenero. We're ready for Saturday, man.
Okay, so are you want the Sierra Leoneans, your hip-hop loving fans, look at the show? How you want to enjoy them, like, whilst they're at the National Stadium? Because, you know, I know how people think in Sierra Leone, like people have fickle minds.
Right.
You know, so it's better you position their minds now, you know, before something else, you know.
Well, you know what I mean? With me, I think they kind of like get an idea what to expect, you know, because I've been doing this for a while now, and I've never let them down when it comes to performance, you know what I mean? People that's been following me since my Family Kingdom days, they know it's in Kaodenero they bring that stage. They know say Kaodenero they can perform 5 songs, the show done. They know my catalog is long and the energy is there. Like for people to know that I'm still physically fit, I just round up a 5-country tour in Europe. You know, Germany, Belgium, Italy, you know, I'm in France. All them shows then they are performed up to scale, high energy shows, clubs, where the people then they right in your face, the place very hot. You know, you get for dinner stage for over 2 hours, and I did it. You know, so stadium is more fun. You know, I want the people to come out there on Saturday, March 21st, and have fun. Let's celebrate, because this is the first time actually Africa is doing reactions on Sierra Leone music. You know, so this is our celebration time, and it's more. As long as I'm breathing, I'm here. You know, like I'm here to make Sierra Leoneans proud.
Okay, thank you so much for coming up on the trend. Well, I guess this time around, this is what my brother man Kaodenero has to say, and you all have heard him. And all we got to do now is get our tickets, we'll get the cash ready, and heat up the National Stadium on the 21st. Thanks so much for coming through, bro.
Thanks,
I really appreciate
Anytime.
Black Leo for life.
For life, baby.
You already know. Well, let's take a time and take a look at what someone from far away in Europe has to say about Kaodenero and the Black Leo team, and of course the Kiss the Throne coming up shortly. He has something positive and really deep to talk about. Let's check it out. We'll be right back to bring you the next set of guests right here on The Trend.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I just wanted to leave this message and just say thank you all so much for supporting Kaodenero, supporting his movement, supporting this concert that's coming up on the 21st of March. Thank you all so much. I know a lot of you guys don't know me. I go by the name of Kaodenero. I'm Nigerian by birth. I grew up in New York, and I live here in New York City. Obviously, I do business all over the world. And being a part of Kaodenero, I've spent so much time to get to know him. And I've seen his frustrations, and I've seen a lot of stuff that he has done. Any negative thing he said in the past, he has taken ownership of it, and he has apologized for it. The Kaodenero that I know today is Kaodenero for Africa. It's Kaodenero for Sierra Leone. Whether any of the political parties, it's all about who's going to push the youth agenda forward, who's going to support Sierra Leone, who's going to increase and improve education for our children, who's going to do better road, who's going to boost the country economy, who will build a bridge, all these things. That is what it's all about. You know, just like in America, you have the Republicans, you have the Democrats. Yes, people pick sides sometimes. That is what makes us human. We're biased. naturally, but we should not kill each other over our differences. When you find out more about people, you'll see that the thing that brings us together, that unites us, is more